Good morning. My name is Nosai Godaru, and today I'm presenting my Lab 2 assignment, which is on SQL queries. I'll start by loading the SQL command, which brings in SQL into Python. Next, I'll bring in SQLite, which will allow me to start coding directly in Python. Now, I'm going to create a database for Coca-Cola's daily warehouse operations. And this is what I've just done here with 10 rows and 10 columns. I used some basic parameters in the manufacturing industry. If I run that table using the select function, you see it in a more professional manner. Here we go. Now for the next step, assume we have a new product in which the manufacturing team has just produced, and we need to add this product as a new entry into our table. We use the same insert operation to do that. And if you use the select function to double check what you just did, you'll see that now number 11 is Coke Zero. We also have situations where, take for instance, we have an item that's now in low demand, like soda. We need to remove this item from the table. So sales cannot sell this anymore. If you run the delete function like this, it takes the item off the table, and we can double check to see that has just happened. Now you can see we don't have soda here anymore. However, we have a new problem. The ID has lost its seriality. How do we bring back the serial nature of the ID? We do that by using the update function. This function, when we run it, and you check it again, using the select function, you see that it is back to normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next step would be, what if you had a situation where you need to look at specific items, for instance, items with ER towards the end. We use what we call the wildcard, which is a percentage. If you run the wildcard, you see it shows you Monster and Coke Zero. In the same vein, you can also check. What if you want to see items that have CO in it somewhere, in the front? That's what the wildcard does for us. Imagine the sales team needs to add a new column to that report for them to see their sales channel for all their items. We use the alter table to add new columns. I run that command and I check with the select function. You see how we have a new column for the sales channel. However, it shows as none, which means there is no data there currently. How do we upload data there? We use the same update function for that purpose. I run the update function and I come to double check my table using the select function. See that we have some new data under the sales channel. Moving on to the next step. As a warehouse manager or an inventory manager, you may want to quickly see your biggest or smallest items. So we can arrange the opening stock, for instance, in ascending order using the ASC key. If you do that, you would see 1,000 smallest Coke, 6,000 biggest Coke Zero. In the same vein, we can do such in descending order, just changing the ASC to DESC. like this. Run. See 6,000 Coke Zero, 1,000 Coke. Now it's possible too that you may want to have a count. Say, okay, you want to see how many products are there in your reports. We use the select count function to count. It tells us we have 10 products in our reports. Now we come to the fun part, which involves visualization. We need to import Matplot library, which hosts all our charts. Now we can select to use bar charts for this purpose. I run with the bar charts. That's the first bar chart. And if you want to change the color, we can do that. Same command, the color information there. And we have that. Looking at both bar charts, I'll tell you, for instance, for this one, we have the cost variance versus the product type. The inventory manager would have an interest in this to tell him or her the variability across the items. They are gaining $200, losing about $600 as the mean and max. Looking at the physical stock versus the product type, the planning department knows how much stock they have to plan effectively. Lastly, we can delete a table by doing this using the drop table command. When we put that in here and run, it deletes the table, and we can confirm that deletion by doing this, and now it's gone. This concludes my presentation.